Well, a pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you across the world. Of course, this is Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Collet. We are coming to you live from the John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital, where the Health Minister, Dr. Wedemina Jala, has come to pay a visit, a quick review of the facility following the recent explosion that took place at the Kakata along the Bon County Highway. Of course, the health minister is here. Standing right next to her is the chief medical officer of the John F. Kennedy Medical Center. Now, the health minister will make a brief remarks, and so it's over to you, Madam Minister.
Good evening to our fellow Liberians. An incident occurred on yesterday around 5:30, where a tanker carrying over 9,000 gallons of fuel turned over, and then people were there trying to collect some of the fuel, and the tanker exploded. As a result of that explosion, we're still trying to calculate how many people died as a result of the explosion. I think the number is up to 30, but we are still gathering more information to bring that information to the public. But currently in various hospitals around Monrovia, as well as Banga and Ganta, we currently have 2 patients in Ganta that are critical that we are getting ready to transfer to Monrovia. In Banga, we have 17. We have 19 patients currently in Banga Infebi Hospital that are undergoing treatment. They are also critical. In JFK, we have 27, and we are currently standing in a trauma unit, and there are patients on every bed with various degrees of burn. The lowest is around 30, and some of them as high as 80% burn. So we're talking very critical patient. The next 24 to 48 hours will be very critical for them. In ELWA, we have about 15 patients currently there, and in 14 military, we'll be transferring another 4, so we have at least 15 patients in 14 military. And as they send them critical, we have to take them. Our critical condition right now is the supplies, because one patient needs special supplies. They need IV fluids, they need gauze, they need silver sulfate to put on the wounds, they need antibiotic, they need fluids, especially fluids. So, if you're a charitable organization out there, you want to help, this is your opportunity to help save the lives of these patients. The government is doing its part. We want to thank ArcelorMittal, we want to thank G2 Pharmacy, as well as WHO for coming in to give us some supplies. But supplies is what we need now in order to manage all of these patients. We are still checking to see in the neighborhood in Ganta how many other patients are injured and haven't come out yet, and how many patients died. So we'll be checking with relatives to see if they can find the relative, and then we can have a list of all the people that were injured and all the people that passed. So this is a dark day in Liberia as we come to the end of the year. We send our deepest sympathy and regards to the families who lost their relatives and to the patients who are in the hospital. We hope that they will recover and make it to the end of the year. The year is not ending well for all of us. We are all sad. You can see all the faces of the people here. They have been working over 24 hours. Some of them have been here since last night, receiving patients. Some people have not slept. We want to say thank you to our nurses, to our doctors, to all those ambulance people who have been transferring patients. I want to say a big thank you to everyone for all of their support in making sure that these patients live. And to the public, the information will be coming to you as it unfolds. So don't carry your own story. Try to get the correct story, and we'll try to bring an update to you as we find out more information of what really happened.
Madam Minister, approximately how many victims are we talking about? You spoke of several health facilities where the victims have been admitted.
So far, we have counted at least 83.
83.
83 critical people that are all around the 4 hospitals that we are named, 83. And those who are very critical, we transfer them here at JFK. Some of them go into 14 military, some of them go into ELWA. We even ask Catholic to be on standby just in case we have to receive more patients.
Do the health facilities have the capacity to take in and meet the number of victims we're talking about?
Well, all of the hospitals have been willing. They have made space and they are putting staff on. We are sending more staff to these areas. We have to be willing to be able to take all of them. And we want to thank the JFK always on time to make sure that they take the first group of patients that they took all of them.
If someone listening now wants to come in, maybe humanitarian or different organizations, what are some of the critical areas that you think that some sort of assistance is needed at this time?
Well, you can come to JFK first. JFK have 27 patients that needs immediate attention, fluid or medications and other things. And you can go to any of the other 2 hospitals that we have named, ELWA or 14 military. And if you want to make a donation, you can go there. And the management will be willing to accept whatever you want to do.
Wow. Any other thing you want to say in conclusion?
We just want to ask the churches and all those who are praying to keep praying for the victims, that they will be successfully recovered from the injury and live to see the new year.
Someone following now is concerned about the number of deaths. How many persons are we talking about as of now?
Well, we can't really say the last number I saw was up to 33, but it might be more. Well, we will come up with the exact figure.
33 as of the last time. As of the last time you saw it.
Yes. So we just buried 10 victims today that were still on the site. The other ones were buried beyond recognition in the time.
Wow. So, given the situation, what would be your advice to Liberians out there in the case where a situation of such occur, like, with respect to safety, how they should go about handling those kinds of issues?
Well, to all Liberians in the different counties in Monrovia, when you see a disaster happen, do not go there. Go the other way, and especially when in regards to tankers or any kind of accident, go the other way. If you can't help, go the other way. And one thing they should know, that if a fuel tanker falls, please do not go there to try to collect the fuel, because the tanker will explode. It has happened in Freetown, it happened in Ghana, it happened in Guinea, and now it happened in Liberia. We have to stay away from tankers that fall, because they will explode and people will die.
Wow. Thank you so much for talking to us, Madam Minister.
Thank you.
Okay, so folks, let's now speak to the Chief Medical Officer of the JFK Medical Center. Welcome, you're live on Spoon TV.
Thank you. Welcome to JFK. Thank you, Madam Minister, for coming in for the donations. I would like to actually introduce the team that are managing the patient. I have here our consultant surgeon, Dr. Aaron Kokolo, and Dr. Logan, and also Dr. Kimpesa. Dr. Kokolo, could you tell us a little bit about the patients that you received, the type of injuries that we are dealing with?
So thank you.
You want to speak up a bit?
Thank you very, very much. So the patients that are coming basically, they came in with basically very high degrees of surface burns. To make it very simple, it's very severe, and the most least amount is basically 30% of total body surface area. That means that they are very, very poor in their prognosis. It's not too okay. What with the help of everybody that's on board, the entire team, we've been trying our best to see what we can do in terms of what the minister spoke about, giving them fluids, giving them antibiotics, making sure we take care of the wound. In the next 24 to 48 hours, we'll see how it basically evolves over time. But it's not looking too good in terms of the severity of the burns.
Not looking too good. Are there hopes of recovery for these victims? To what extent do you see some possibility of speedy recovery for those victims?
Well, with the help of Dr. Jada and the entire team that's on board and well wishes, we can have everything that we need, basically, in terms of fluids, in terms of antibiotics, and everything that was previously mentioned of the care that we are giving. We are hopeful at least to some extent we'll be able to save as much as we can, of course, with costs.
Wow.
So that's what I can say from that.
Wow. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yes, so the key word is God's help. We need the prayers, we need the support, even water, patients in water. This is a national disaster. These are Liberians. Liberians is mourning, Liberians are hurting, Liberians are in pain. No matter what happened, how it happened, the families that are crying. So loved ones, people are also looking for their loved ones. And perhaps the minister can help us to direct the public. If you're in Bana or Bonkanto or Markibu and you're looking for your loved ones, what can they go to identify? Those who are looking for their family.
First, we hope that you can go and report that you missing somebody to the police station in Bon County. So you start with, if you're in Bon County, report that you're missing a person in Bon County, and then we're trying to get the names of all the victims in the different hospitals. Then we can be able to tell you where your person is, so that you can be able to look for them. That's the only way we will know how many people missing. So if you are in Bon County, now under the sound of our voice, if your relative have not come home yet since yesterday, so please come to the police station or go to Phoebe Hospital and report. Then we will get that information and help you to find your loved one.
So maybe the chief medical officer of one of the medical practitioners, those who were admitted here, are they in a mental state where they can be able to talk, maybe say their name, and maybe trace their family members by that?
Yes. Some of them can, but let me just say, out of the 27 patients that we've had here, about 23 are in critical condition. That must be clear. But yes, one or two they can be able to say the name, and that might help for the family members to identify them.
Wow. 23
yes,
of the 27
in
critical condition.
Yes.
They can speak?
Some of them cannot speak. Yes, when I say critical, it's not just about speaking, I mean in terms of the overall total body system, how they basically are. But yes, they can speak.
So some of the complications we're having to face is renal failure. A lot of them are not passing well because the skin is the largest organ. It protects the body from infections, also from fluid loss. So when you burn, you just lose water, it evaporates. So they dehydrate and they go into renal failure. So those are some of the issues we're having to address. The fluid dehydration status of our patients.
Wow. Anything closing you want to talk about?
So we want to thank the Ministry of Health. We want to thank the County Health Officer of one county, the people of one county. We want to say our prayers, our thoughts are with them, especially Honorable Mama Briggs of Salula District. It's a district. And all those that have their loved ones affected. We want to send a whole mind and be working as best as we can and to do what we can. And we ask everyone that can help to, that's all, this is everyone's problem. And it could be our loved ones. So let's see how best we can help each other. So we want to thank the Spoon family, and we just want to thank the listeners out there. I know it's a festive season. It's a time of being with family and loved ones, but people are crying. The nation is mourning. So let's be mindful and share in our time as we remember our Lord Christ during this time. Let us remember those who are hurting and crying at this time. On behalf of my CEO, I want to say thank you and appreciate the JFK staff, the nurses, the doctors, the cleaners, the housekeeping, the pharmacists, everyone that have has contributed to what you see here. It was a concerted effort.
Again, just to go over some of the things that are needed so that those listening or just joining the broadcast for the first time.
Dr. Logan to just
Okay.
share some of the things that are needed.
You want to speak up a bit?
So we need IV fluids, we need antibiotics, we even need ordinary water for some of the patients to drink. So we even need pampers for some of them that are bedridden now. We need pain, we need analgesics, we also need antibiotics, like I said, we need IV fluids, we need pain control. We need ointment. We have an ointment called silver sulfadazine that we use for burn wounds, so we need that. We even need omeprazole for them. So among many other things that we need, we also need food. Okay, some of them they need us. We need food. We need cleaning. Those are all things that we need. Pampers, yeah. The pampers. We need pampers as well.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us. Okay.
So just the rest of the team, we didn't get to see them.
Okay. So, folks, Spoon TV, we're still here. So these are the Dr. Sanko. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Initial assistance,
Okay. Okay. So let's talk to the Deputy CEO for Administration, Mrs. Kofa. Now, what can you say? I mean, taking into consideration this tragic situation, did it hit you? Did it come as a surprise? Were you overwhelmed? Taking into consideration the number of people that have been brought here at this facility, do you even have the capacity to cater to these people that are here?
Well, thank you and welcome again to the JFK Medical Center. My name is Dama Yekasenko. I'm the Deputy CEO for Administration here. As you've been informed, we were called around 1 o'clock last night by Honorable Representative Norma Briggs and informed of this tragedy, and we've been awake since then. Came into the hospital around 3:30 this morning trying to coordinate drugs and all of the different logistics. We're able to send some ambulances back to Banga in order to have more of the patients brought here to the hospital. I'm not in shock simply because we've had numerous tragedies across the country in very recent months, and it's unfortunate, but we've seen casualties like this before, not just in Liberia, but overseas as well. So it's just very unfortunate, like Dr. Kamano said, and very sad, especially given this festive season, to have our patients, enduring such pain with family members here and what have you. But we continue to give them all of the support, and we're asking everyone out there who are well-wishers and mean well for the Liberian people to please pitch in and try to help as much as possible because it's truly needed.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Okay. So again, just a quick one. Someone following the broadcast now is asking how can they come in with some sort of monetary donation in case they want to be of help, listening to some of the issues that have been raised and some of the challenges. How do they come in? Is there a way they can reach out to?
Absolutely, and thank you so much for the question. They can come into the hospital tomorrow morning, starting around maybe 9 o'clock in the morning, to the administration building and ask for Mrs. Kofa, and we can direct them further as to how to make their personal donations to the hospital.
Now, in the case of someone watching this broadcast from somewhere across the world, because a lot of them are asking as well, how do they get in touch with anyone? In case, is there a number they can get?
So, well, just for the purpose of this broadcast, I will provide my number as well. As the Deputy for Administration, I'm the direct supervisor for the financial department. So they can call me at +231 0880 736 981.
Okay.
So that number is also on my WhatsApp, and we will be sure to communicate whatever donations or contributions that are being made to the hospital.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us.
You're most welcome. Thank you for being here.
Okay. So, folks, Spoon TV, we're still here live at the John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital. Of course, the John F. Kennedy Medical Center is a tragic situation here. We just cannot show you some of what's going on here due to the nature of this entire situation. But of course, as you heard through the interview from the health minister, from the chief medical officer, and the deputy here at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center, there is an urgent need for some sort of intervention. The health minister disclosed that the number of victims can be put to over 87 persons. About 87 persons were being victimized as a result of this. So about 87 persons and counting on. Some of the victims have been taken at other health facilities across the country. So we're going to move on. Where we understand that there are some donations that have been made at this point. Okay. Okay.
Yes, so around 4 a.m. we were able to call some good partners, WHO, ArcelorMittal, as well as G2. They were able to donate some assorted brand items, antibiotics, or gauze, or pocket D, or especially the gauze, gloves, and other things that you would need.
Okay.
And some fluid, at least to start. So
Okay.
at least we starting, I was able to take some to ERWA. I took some to 14 military, and we took some to Banga.
Okay.
At least for them to start, it's not much, but at least it's a start. So we want to thank our partners for making these things available as we begin to rally around other people. The government, I already wrote, and they will be sending me what I need. But in the meantime, you got to start.
Okay, so this is just for a start. We're talking about some gloves, some antibiotics, some fluids, and other items that have been. So this is from the Ministry of Health and some of your partners.
Yes.
They are the one who have taken the first step to donate some of these items.
Yes.
Given the gravity of the work that is needed here, and then comparing it to what we have here, I mean.
This is just a drop in the bucket.
Okay.
It's a drop in the bucket because these patients, first of all, you have to take them through that first 24 hours. You have to be changing the gauze because you want to avoid infection. So you have to change these dressings that you saw on them. They have to change them again, and then they will be in a lot of pain when they go to change the dressing. So we have to provide some pain medication. So this is just a start. They have to go to the operating room and other places.
Okay, so let's talk to the pharmacists here as well. Welcome to Spoon TV. Okay, we see you're going through some of the medical supplies that have been brought here. To what extent do you think this can be of help, and how much of a help you think is still needed in this case?
Well, thank you, Director of Pharmacy, Dr. Kiatama.
Okay.
And our minister spoke earlier, we need all the help information wherever we think we have to. Currently, the supplies you see as supplies are being brought by our minister and other donors that help us, like she said, the G2 Pharmacy, the WHO, and other partners. Right now, JFK is at a point that we need every support. Like you see, we have 27 patients that are just critical, from the fourth very, very critical, and from the fifth critical. So amongst the donations, the supplies you brought, we have antibiotics, we have cream for brains, we have fluids that once you have the cancer brains, you consume more fluids. So we have fluids, we have normal saline, we have winter latex, and copper bean. and other items that are so meaningful. So when they say thank you to the Minister of Health, she did so well. JFK started, but we didn't do it on our own, all ourselves, so we are expecting help from everywhere to help us to make our patients to feel better.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thanks for talking to us. Okay. So, folks, as you see, these are the medical supplies that have been brought by some of the partners in collaboration with the Ministry of Health temporarily. So, okay, so these are some of the medical supplies, as you see here, and like you heard from the director of pharmacy and even the health minister, these are highly appreciated, but the need for more medical supply is urgent because taking into consideration the number of people who have been admitted here at the John F. Kennedy Memorial Medical Center, the number is huge, 27 persons. Like you heard from the health minister, the chief medical officer, and some of the medical doctors who are here taking care of these people. 24 of the 27 persons are in very critical conditions, and the need for these medical supplies to keep let's say further enhance the possibility of recovery for them is urgent. So if you're out there, you're watching, of course, you can just see how much, how possible is it for you to come in and be of help. We will try to speak to some of the family members of the victims that are here, but just before doing that, we'll move on to speak to the CEO. We'll move on to speak to the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer here at the JFK Medical Center, Dr. Jerry Brown. And once we can get him, then we will be moving across to speak to some of the family members of the victims. So let's see the possibility of talking to Dr. Jerry Brown here quickly. All right. So let's see the. So we want to see the possibility of talking to. Okay. So, folks, that's it. Of course, Spoon TV want to say thanks to all of you out there for watching, for following this live broadcast. Yes, this is urgent. It's a very tragic situation. Like you heard from the health minister, the number has increased to 87 as of the last time she checked. The number is up to 87 persons that have been victimized. In terms of casualty deaths, it's over a little bit over 30 persons. The health minister just disclosed that the death has risen to 32, and the fact that there are others here at this facility who are in very critical condition, like all of the medical practitioners have said, means that there are possibilities of that number increasing. But whether it's going to increase or reduce, that is going to be dependent on the level of treatment, the level of care that these victims will be receiving here at this health facility. But not just here, there are other health facilities across the country that has received and admitted some of these victims. You have the 14 military hospital, for example. The health minister have told us that some of the victims have been rushed there. Now, aside from 14 military hospital, you also have the ELW hospital is one of the places, and they've alerted health facilities like the Catholic hospital to be on the standby because there are possibilities of some of the affected persons being taken there as well. The Phoebe hospital in Bangabong County is one of the places that is being crowded as well by some of the victims from this tragic tanker explosion that took place just a day ago in Totota, Bon County. We want to say thanks to all of you out there for following us on this live broadcast. Thanks to our viewers. And of course, if you are following this broadcast, you want to be of help, as you heard from the from one of the leaders here at the JFK. All you have to do is to
if you want
okay, so you can come here at the JFK and then be able to talk to them. But we want to move over. We've been told that there are some of the victims' family that are across there. Some of the family members of the victims are across there. They all cannot be allowed to enter the facility due to how critical the situation is. So some of them have lined up here outside of some of them are here outside of the emergency room, the ER. And of course, as you see here, they have their bags and everything out here. So we're going to try to speak to a few of them. Let's hear their story. Let's hear about this incident, how it happened. Of course, their own side of the story, and what the case is, what the situation is with them. We're going to talk to a few of them here very shortly, live on Spoon TV. And we want to say thanks to all of you for joining us. This is Spoon TV. We're coming to you live from the JFK Medical Center here in central Monrovia. That's in Cinco here. So let's talk to one of the mother of one of the victims of this tragic situation. How are you, man? Welcome. You live on Spoon TV. Okay, Morapukuyu. So talk to us, man. First of all, who do you have here?
My son.
Your son?
Yeah.
Okay. But give us an idea. How did this whole thing happen? At what point in time did you get to realize that your son was involved in this tragic situation?
It was 3:30. When my other son, I was lying out resting, then he called me. So when he can say, "Mama, we finish. We finish. The thing I happy too big. The thing I happy too big." So I ran outside. When I ran outside the house, saw the smoke. The whole time I saw smoke running all scatter, hair scatter, running all over. We got a light there. They say the light running behind people, horse burning. So people were almost upside down and I didn't know what to do. But that time then the poor came back, so they tell me that your son point, we have put you see where they point to 100 degrees. He went to 100 degrees. So that before I got there, they came to Philly hospital. But later when I called him about 10 o'clock in the night, the way we were crying, I had to start testing to go to Phoebe to go guy. Even when I got there, my nephew will allow me to see him because mom will see where you will not make it because they put the battle. So he can't even see them. So I didn't see my son until they put in the armor. They brought follow him with Kenya. I didn't see him until 9 o'clock. I was able to see him. But when I saw him, I almost went off. So now, talking to you, we are total finished. Because what happened, everybody was able to feel the pain. All committed. Somebody died there, or somebody wounded there, or somebody would not find it there. People say looking for that children. People are still looking for that children up to now, into the town. I'm going to put you, can't tell me for the routine Paris. I'm really ready. Was so frustrated, and I know what to do. When you just see my son picture, you will not even believe that he's living. So he never said that up to now, he ain't not able to eat. He he really on it, but not even one. What happy? What was happy or the future leader, our youth, the poor that died told them now the more than 50, now the wounded poor more than 100, and they are still dying. So they're asking, let the come to our rescue.
Now, what's your call out there to people watching this broadcast, people listening to you now, the government, international organization, humanitarians across the world? What's your call out there to them?
My call is you need to come to our rescue because the children are suffering. The children now they're going through pain. They are going through pain. They're going through pain. So I need the government to come to our rescue. Anybody that ought to come to the children rescue, we need their help now. Because the children, they are really going through hell. You know, you say on them. not easy one day.
Wow. Thanks a lot for talking to us, man. We appreciate you. Thanks a whole lot for talking to us.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, folks who stay here, of course, at the JFK Medical Center, Spoon TV is live. We're going to move on to keep talking to some of the family members of the victims. As you heard from the mother of one of the victims, she is devastated over the situation. She's discouraged, and she's calling on international organizations to come to her aid and to the aid of several families that have either lost their loved ones or have their loved ones victimized as a result of this situation. Now, we're about to speak to someone who was on the scene. This gentleman, as we are told, witnessed the situation from the very start and up to the time this incident happened when the tanker exploded. What's your name, sir?
Jonathan Briggs.
Okay, Jonathan. Give us an idea. Are you a resident of Totota, where the situation happened?
Yes.
Okay. Give us an idea of how this incident occurred, Jonathan. You want to speak up a little? Speak a little bit louder.
3:30 out to my house. I hear they say a tanker fair now or gas tanker. So I want to go see. Well, one day on the scene, I saw a group around the tanker.
Okay.
So we try to advise them to leave the area because it was not safe. So we talked to some of them, they understand, they left. And I passed to the quota where the tire were at. So I went down to help somebody from there, a little boy, going outside. From there, the sound I hear, no satisfy me. I came back, I took the little boy here, I said, we'll cross the road. When I turned around, I only saw the fire on the truck.
Wow.
A lot of people were affected from it. So what we want for the people to do for all to come to our aid, to the children in aid. My son was affected from it. My daughter was affected from it. She got burned too. She to here the hospital. So
wow.
they're coming from there.
Your son was affected. Your daughter was also affected. But the child you rescued, you took from around the tanker when you crossed the road with the child before the explosion took place. Who was he to you? Was he a...
Hell no. I'm from the community, so...
You just saw that he was a younger child and you wanted to take him from there.
And then you cross the road with him, you run by the business. Even the guy that he had in the pain, he wasted on me and all.
Wow. Now, as someone who saw this thing, how long... From the time you heard about this incident, about the tanker, falling over, how long did that tanker remain in that position before the explosion took place?
2 hours, about 5:30 before the explosion happened. Yeah.
Wow. So the tanker was in that position for about 2 hours?
Yeah, people were around. Even the driver and myself, we talking all. And we started to talk to people to leave the area. Even the conductor and myself, we went down to the main VAR area. He tried to connect the tube on it. I took the label from there.
Wow.
And pulling out. We wanted to still go by. I ran with him across the road. Everybody started going.
Do you have an idea as to who owns that particular tanker that exploded yesterday? Which company or what have you?
God willing. On the tanker, God willing.
Is on the tanker God's Willing?
Yeah.
That's the service name on the tanker. Wow. Wow.
About 9,000 gallons in the tanker, in our tanker.
Is it the first time for this incident of such magnitude to happen in Totota? Is it the first time?
Yes.
Wow. Now, for about 2 hours, this tanker was in that position. Did you notice the presence of security, maybe the police, people
the police
coming around
there.
to cover up, to barricade the area?
The police were there, but they were not able.
How?
Because they know how armed with them. You know, Liberian men, they scale of armed too. So they know how armed, so the community police and the police commander, Jabate, he said got burned.
He got burned?
He got burned. He got burned.
Wow.
He got burned seriously. They carry him to Ganta last night. I'm like Johnny, I'm like carrying him the counter. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Any other thing you want to say just before we leave you?
Just want to get your organization. I need to get come in and help the children and help our brother then our children to help them at least. All I can say.
Thank you. Thank you so much for talking to Spoon TV. Okay, Spoon TV, we're here. Of course, we're still live at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center. And bringing you some updates on this tragic incident. As you see here, these are relatives, family members of the victims who have come up here at the JFK Medical Center to have access to their family members who have been victimized. Some are still trying to identify their family members because, like you heard from the health minister, there are some people who are still in search of their loved ones. Some people are yet to see their loved ones following this tragic motor explosion, this tanker explosion. So right about now, they're getting some briefing from the staff here at the JFK before giving them access to the ER where their family members are. So folks, we want to say thanks to all of you across Liberia and across the world for following Spoon TV. Thanks to you for following this broadcast. We appreciate all of you. Of course, we've been here bringing you a live coverage of some of the happenings here at the John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital. And this is where 27 of the victims of this tragic accident along the Kakata-Gbanga Highway. 27 of the victims have been admitted here. And yes, according to medical practitioners here, 24 of the 27 are in critical, very critical condition, while 3 are much more stable. And there are other medical facilities that have received and admitted some of those victims as well. The health minister, in a conversation with us, disclosed that the number of victims has increased to about 87 as of the last time she checked, inclusive of the people who lost their lives and those who have been admitted, whether in critical condition or not. She said as of the last time she checked, the number was at 87. We just spoke to a mother who has her son admitted here at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center, and she has told us that her son is in a critical condition as well. And according to her own account, the number stands at over 30 victims, talking about deaths, and those survivors who are in critical condition, she says, is over 100. But the official account from the health minister says, as of the last time she checked, the number of total victims was at 87. The mother of the victim here at the JFK just told us that the entire total town is affected by this situation. She said almost every community, almost every household, every family has a relative, a loved one, someone who has been affected by this situation. And it speaks to how much of a disaster it is. And like you heard the health minister and other officials here at the GFK, they are calling on other international organizations to be of help, to come in with maybe medical supplies of whatever that will be able to help them perform their duties in making sure that those who have been admitted here can receive the necessary medical attention. Again, we want to say thanks to all of you out there. My name is Nelson Collet. Thanks to you for following us on this broadcast. Thanks to Ernest Bena. He's been here with me as well, and together we've been doing this. Till we come your way again, have yourselves a good day, and bye-bye for now.